How may I help you?
I want to open a staking account.
The chairman awaits you.
Welcome to GSB. Here are your staking options. Are you ready for staking? Now you are ready.
All right. Hello, everybody. Hey, this is Daniel Higgins coming to you live. Let me zoom in a bit there. Listen, we got some cool content for you today, tonight, this afternoon. I'm connected to an amazing organization called Wealth Builders Worldwide, along with Gold Standard Partners, which you just saw a short clip of some of the things that we're doing globally. That was part of our global launch. And that gentleman right there in that video, the main person in there was our chairman of the board, which he is a successful billionaire entrepreneur in real estate, mining, and hospitality. And man, I'm telling you right now, he's blending all of that within what we're doing within Gold Standard Partners, putting us in position for more passive residual income. But tonight we're going to talk a little bit about the delusion of money from my business partner and sponsor, Mr. Michael Dalcoe. He was actually featured on a radio show recently, and that thing was amazing. So I'm going to slide myself out the way as quickly as possible, and we're going to jump into this content with Mr. Michael Dalcoe, along with this amazing radio broadcast where he just chatted. Very, very straight talk. So hey, listen up. This will be very good content for anyone.
In my life, the whole reason why I am an entrepreneur to this day, why I haven't really held down a regular job, but why I always been with the hustler mentality, and always keeping more than one hustle at that, but knowing how to focus and maneuver and be an entrepreneur out here. I told him that I started my first business at 12 years old because of him, called Common Sense Enterprise. I was selling oils, and I was doing my thing too, because we was in the church. So I was selling all of the oils to the people in the church. I thought I was just the businessman of the year or something back then, but I was just trying to follow in his footsteps because he always had his own business. He walked up that job back in the day. I ain't never seen him look back, and this man here is a millionaire.
You started before me, man. I started at 15. You started at 12. That's something I ain't know, and this one of my day one partners. So I ain't know he started at entrepreneurship at 12. Kind of make me feel a little some type of way, you know what I mean? But
yeah, man, it's in the bloodline, man.
Love, man.
We're glad to have you here, though, man.
It's good
how
to be
I
here.
feel.
It feels real good. And before I get started, because I could literally be in this conversation for hours. I called it on my live stream on Facebook Live, I called it the Delusion of Money. But with that being my entrance to the conversation, I want to talk about you two guys super, super quick and just sort of let the people know why I'm so excited to be here. First of all, Chose, I got to tell you, thank you. And even if it really, you don't need a thank you from me because you would do this from your heart.
Pleasure.
You would do this from your heart, but you and Q have been rolling since y'all were kids. And now I'm sitting across this desk looking at you with gray in your beard. And man, I'm super proud of you. And I'm super proud of Q for y'all sticking together because it's always better together.
Absolutely.
Better together.
Absolutely.
Now y'all are, formally rolling into this business model, and I'm loving what you're doing. You're diversifying, and you're doing it the intelligent way. Yeah. Keeping it 100 and doing it the intelligent way. So I'm just really excited to be here with you guys, and I want to talk just a little bit about the delusion of money. And y'all talked about already. You started talking about Floyd Mayweather and Jay-Z and Kanye, the different artists, and these people are doing some big things. And here's what I think made them the icons, the business moguls that they are, your Master P's. This is what made them the business moguls that they are. And it's a simple strategy. One of my mentors, Mr. Ty Best, says, it's easier to be rich than it is to be broke. Now, wow. When you first say that, you're like, well, no, it's not. No, it's not, because, more people are broke. Why isn't that more people are rich? Well, they're not doing the things to get rich. Right. They're doing the things to be broke. Right. It takes the same level of focus to be broke as it does to be rich. Now let's prove it. Let's prove this whole talk. All right. To be broke, what do you got to do? Well, you got to take a long path to get broke. Let me show you what you got to do. You got to go to school. For 12 years a slave. You got to do 12 years a slave just to get out of primaries. Facts. Right? You can't even apply for money until they say you finished the 12 years. That's why I love that you got in business at 12. Facts. Right? Teach your children now to get in business way before they finish that slave trial of 12 years. Because you're already 18. How far behind are you? How much money could you have generated in 18 years? You're sitting there following this strategy that was really designed. Man, I don't even know if y'all want me in here.
I'm ready.
They're going to call the police.
I'm amped up.
They're going to call the police in here.
Man, no, they ain't.
I can't tell y'all where we are with an undisclosed location. Look, they put you in a system that is designed to make you become an employee. Speak to him, Mr. Dalcoe. You can't even qualify to be an employee until you're about 15. So by this time, 15 years on earth, do you know Dr. King, they advanced him into college around 15, 16. They let him in early. Yep. The man was advanced, right? He was. But it was because of his exposure. Fact. He was no smarter than you guys. Right. He was no smarter than you. Right. He just had the right exposure. He was getting this information early in life.
Early in age.
Early in age.
Because the brain doesn't have a time frame when it receives information. Matter of fact, a child will pick up information and retain it more so than an adult will. Exactly. They will draw back on that information more than an adult. The adult will forget, but a child will be like, I remember when you did this.
All right, let's talk about that. So, and you're going to get me way off topic.
No, go ahead. You gotta stop. I know you got some fire. I know you got some fire, man. I want to get you
When we're kids, we learn 80% of everything we know between ages 1 and 7. We learn almost everything we know. And the stuff that we're not taught, we model it. In other words, we watch our parents
do it, right?
And whatever your parents are doing,
you're going to do it.
You're learning that this must be the right way to go, right? So what are 95% of parents doing? What are they doing?
Working for somebody else.
That's exactly, come on. They're working for somebody else. So they wake up in the morning. So look, this is what we're teaching our children. I didn't teach it to you guys because I was hustling, right? But this is what we teach our kids. We wake up in the morning. We wake them up. They don't get to wake up naturally. You feel me? Right. We're energy beings. Right. We're literally designed to wake up when the sun touches our skin. But we don't wake up naturally. We wake up artificially by an alarm clock. Right. Right? So we get the alarm clock because we got to go hit it. We wake our kids up, and guess where we send them? We send them to this other institution called school.
Right.
Isn't it amazing that the school hours are congruent to the work hours?
They teach them to work.
And they teach them okay, so we put our kids in an institution to learn how to do what we're doing. We're running off to work for 8 to 10 hours, and our children are being
How to move in
taught.
that society.
They've been taught and influenced
Programmed.
by somebody other than their
Themselves,
DNA
right? People.
donor, the person that I gave you my DNA. But for many years, I'm chasing dollars, and someone else is teaching you what you're supposed to do when it was supposed to be me imparting my influence into you. I'm trusting the system, and you never liked school, right? You never liked school, and then the status quo says something's wrong with you if you don't like school. Now, what it is that's your divinity screaming, I'm not supposed to be here.
Right.
Right? And here I am.
Institutionalized.
They institutionalizing
They try to
you.
program you to be their slaves, and you don't like it because your spirit's telling you that that's not right.
Exactly. Say that one more time.
Your spirit is telling you that's not right. You don't know what's happening. You don't know why you frustrated. You know why you angry. To go learn from another nation that don't love you.
Man, listen, and then they
Trying to
punish.
figure out why you learning this right here. What's going to have to do with anything I'm going to do?
Ask
Oh,
everybody. Ask everybody.
I just want somebody to answer me what form of trigonometry or geometry that they
Are you using today?
Are using today?
None of it.
adding,
Zero.
Subtracting.
Zero. You're learning history. That's not
That's
history.
not history. That's not the true history.
The whole, and I'm sorry, I'm real hardcore on. I'm hard on institutions. I'm hard on the penal system. Let's don't talk about that.
We got to bring you back for a part.
Bro, I'm telling you, I don't have enough time.
ride through.
I'm gonna get to my topic right here, which is right here. Let me put it on the camera. I'm gonna get to the topic right here. We're gonna get here. But look, they're the institutions of the penal system. How they put our families incarcerate our family members for stupid stuff like plants. Like you get incarcerated for plants, but here these other people are doing high level crimes against the government, and they get probation.
They get off.
Like these are institutions that are designed to keep the rich and the poor poor. Now let's get to the equalizer. I'm gonna just fast forward because I could be on a rant forever.
You been keeping up with the time?
Yeah, we
good? Because I'll talk forever on this. I want to talk about Bitcoin, right? And I want to talk about 30 minutes. Okay, I want to talk about Bitcoin. I want to talk about cryptocurrencies because now we talked about the institutions. We just glazed over it. We've been taught to be skeptical of things that are designed to enrich us. I'm going to say it again. We've been taught to be skeptical of things that are designed to enrich us. Right. This whole cryptocurrency phase, guys, was designed to equalize the money game.
Right.
All right. Now, I titled my live stream The Delusion of Money because what we're taught is go to school for 12 years, graduate, make good grades.
That's the 40-year plan.
That's the 40-year plan.
Crash dummy.
Graduate so that you can get a piece of paper and some student loans to go to college and get another piece of paper.
That ain't worth toilet paper.
That's not worth toilet paper. And the way you know it is because the people that come out of school with advanced degrees have an average income of about $60,000 a year.
And probably working in a field that they ain't even degreed in.
Chose, grab your calculator on your phone real quick. I'm gonna give you some ridiculous numbers.
Let's go.
All right. So just grab your calculator. So let's say let me give you some incredible numbers. Let's say you make $100,000 a year, which, by the way, only 5% of the people in the world earn $100,000 a year.
Only 5% of the people earn $100,000 a year.
If you make $100,000 a year, you're in the top 5% money earners globally.
5% of the, you hear that?
5.
This is ridiculous. I'm talking about people that go to work 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week or more, in traffic all morning and back home that evening, feeding their kids out of a brown paper bag, going to bed and hitting it again tomorrow. They wake up, their spouse goes left, they go right. You're away from the people you love and care about.
Time.
For most of the time
is more
that you
valuable
can't
than money.
get back.
Time is more valuable than money.
Listen. And then the top. I mean, people with advanced master's degrees are making 50, 60, 70,000. I'm going to give you 100,000 a year. Okay, so put in 100,000.
Got you.
for 40 years. Multiply that by 40. How much you earn for your lifetime?
It's $4 million.
$4 million in a whole lifetime for 40 years plan. All right. How much of the $100,000 a year do you get to save? Well, first off, you got to subtract 40%. So, and then 40, and then hit the percent sign. And what did that come up to?
16,000.
Okay, so do all right. So let's do it like this. So do 100,000.
4 million. Hold on, let me make sure.
All right, 4 million minus.
Minus.
And Mark, pull up your
40%.
calculator on your phone too. I'm gonna do it.
Oh no, 40%. 1.6 million.
Okay, that's how much you're taking out. So you really only made 2.4 million. So I know they told you you pay. How much money do y'all think the average person saves every year?
Save?
Get to keep.
None.
I don't believe.
Average?
Average.
None.
2%.
2%.
2-3%. It gotta be. It gotta make. If $100,000 is 5% of the wealth.
How many of y'all saving money? Be honest.
That's what I want to ask. Let's ask.
Put it in the comments.
Who's saving more?
Whoever
Who
lies.
saves? Okay, so let's do. If you do $60,000 a year divided by 12,
Save
that's $5,000 a month that you earned. How much of the $5,000 do you keep? Because in America, people always talking about how much I make. I make six figures.
It's not about how much you make, it's what you keep.
Okay, so who keeps six figures? Nobody. And then out of the six figures you don't keep, $5,000 a month, if we divide that by 4, that's $1,200 a week. I promise you I can find $1,200 a week.
Selling popcorn.
Okay, but other $1,200 a week you earn, how much do you keep? Well, the average savings per week in America is $25 a week.
$25. You hear that? Y'all, I want y'all to pay attention and y'all make sure y'all hit it. $25 a week.
That's what the average person saves.
Boy,
$25 a week. All right, now I'm going to go backwards on my calculator. 25 times 52 times 40.
I always said the problem ain't getting money, it's keeping it.
It's keeping it. Okay, so if I save $25 a week on a $100,000 a year job, I save $52,000 over 40 years. Now, how long you going to live in retirement with $52,000? If I divide that down again by 12 months,
that's $1,000 a week.
You're going to
52 months, 52 weeks in a month.
Old folks still working.
You save $52,000 in your whole life.
You see some old people working at
Still
Publix,
working.
70 years old, 80 years old,
That's the point I'm going
because
to.
they miss. I always tell my children, I tell my children all the time, if you see somebody that's 60, 70, 80 years old at a grocery store bagging up, they make the wrong decisions financially in life.
So let me rush to my close so we can freak some people out right quick. If you got, in 2009, you could get 3 Bitcoin. Matter of fact, let me take one out my pocket. This is a replica. You could get 3 Bitcoin. Y'all ready for this? This is going to mess you up so bad. You could get 3 of these for a penny. Today, this thing is at $66,000
value
each.
for one.
So for 1 penny, you'd have almost $2,000 right here in your $200,000 in your hand. All right. Now it says 66,000. I know what you're saying. You're saying I can't afford Bitcoin now. It's too high.
No, it's not.
Okay, tell me why.
Because the investment allows you, just like stocks, investment allows you to fractionalize. You can buy stocks. If you treat it like a stock, you can buy at fractions. So you don't have to have the whole dollar amount, just whatever you have, $1, $5, and it'll fractionize the value of the coin that you purchase.
Now, as simple as that sounds,
And
you know,
as it goes up, as it rises, you actually see your money grow inside of that account.
Now, as simple as that sounds for y'all, you know that most people, almost 100%, like 90-some%, have never heard of what you're saying.
Right.
Like, I can't afford Bitcoin. You can buy $10 worth. Go to your Cash App right now.
Right now.
Every day.
Facts.
You buy a little bit every day.
Every day.
Every
Go
time
to
you
your
get
Cash
money.
App.
And don't spend
It's
it.
gonna, it's gonna grow in your account. You're
Right.
gonna see more money than you be putting in. Once
Right.
you see it growing, you're gonna be like,
Oh
my
man,
God.
All right.
I need to get
All
it.
right.
What else
now,
can I do?
This is where
And
we
it's
run.
gonna go over 100,000 easy.
This
It's
is where
not
we
gonna
run
stop.
from opportunity. So I'm in a company right now called GS Partners. And all we do is we promote a project, a blockchain,
Right.
chose.
Right.
We promote a blockchain-based project.
Wow.
and we get paid in Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Put me on.
I got you right after the interview.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, here's where people miss it. So we say, here it goes. Build a business where you get paid in something like this. Okay. I used to be in real estate, mortgages and real estate. And I was in mortgages and real estate because that's where the economic energy of the time was. And then I was in gold.
Right.
Because that's where the economic energy of the time was.
That's right.
And now the economic energy is flowing into crypto. Now, people are buying stocks, and I don't have a problem with stocks. And the S&P is growing at a rate of about 14 to 20% per year.
It's doing good.
40% maybe on a great year.
Yeah.
But 15 to 20% per year. Right. So the people who take their money, go to work, first of all, for 40 hours a week, get paid, the tax man takes their money off the top, they take their money and put it in a savings account. The savings account is paying you 0.005% per year, and you got to pay taxes on that.
Right.
At least put your money in a stock, put your money in some stock that's growing.
That's going to grow. That's going to allow you to your money, because your money has to beat you in the future.
All right, so why aren't people doing that? Why aren't people putting their money in stocks?
Because
they don't understand it.
Because
they want their money now too.
Because of speed. Because people don't understand that investing takes time. They want their stuff now. They want to say, if they put their money in right now, I need to be able to see it next week, and they need to be able to. It need to be able to. It need to be full of. Yeah. So because most people don't save. So when most people looking at their investment, they're looking at their investment sitting, and their money's supposed to beat them in the future, meaning their money has to make little money babies.
All right, so let's talk about a subject that you just brought up, but you didn't even say the word.
Let's go.
I call it delayed gratification.
Okay.
Most of the people in our communities cannot delay gratification. They earn some money, they spend the money because they want some stuff.
Right.
They want some stuff.
They want to be recognized for something, being able to have something, I got possessions. People are possession crazy.
Absolutely.
They got to have possession. They got to have this. They got to have that. And that's why they don't have the value, is because they want the possessions now
all right, look,
instead of the assets.
On my wrist, this is a Rolex.
Right.
All right. This is a $13,000 watch.
Nice.
Now, but here's the thing. Here's what's crazy about it.
But watch is growing.
That's what I'm about to say.
Value.
All right, so this is what the community will do.
Right.
They'll buy a fake one for status.
For status, to look good.
Now they'll buy a fake one for status for $200 or $300,
But no value.
No value.
No value.
Whereas the wealthy will pay $13,000, and it'll stay $13,000 or more in the future. But now here's what's crazy: that fake one for $200 or $300.
Right.
You could have taken that and put it into something that would
Stocks
grow, and now you can afford it.
Crypto
all right,
grown,
all right.
Fast.
So I'm gonna get back to the Bitcoin. All right. So the stock, 15, 20, 30, 40%. That's really good.
Right.
But the money you put in the stock that would return you 40%, this return anywhere from 150 to 200% for a decade.
Yeah.
All right, so why? Because this is where the economic energy is going. He about to buy some Bitcoin right now on Cash App. Look, ladies and gentlemen, every time you get a chance, you should either be acquiring cryptos or working in an industry that pays you in crypto. And that's what we do. We teach people how to earn, because there's three primary ways to get Bitcoin and Ethereum, are three primary ways to get this asset, this digital asset. You can mine it, which means you'd have to buy mining rigs or mining farms. You pay for the electricity and maintenance, the equipment to mine the asset. Or you can buy it with cash out of your pocket, or you can earn it free through a system. Now, which one of those sounds like it makes the most sense?
It's the last one.
To earn it free through a system.
Right.
And that's what our business, GS Partners, is all about. Now, we're trained again to be skeptical of things that were designed to enrich us.
Right.
What I'm trying to teach today is take off the skepticism. The things we should be skeptical about are the things we embrace wholeheartedly because the world teaches it as the norm.
Right.
School teachers getting a job like it's good. You get a job necessarily to take care of your ends for the moment, but don't let that be
Right.
your plan A.
That's not the end all of end alls.
Your job needs to be your plan B.
Right.
Right. And that's the basis of what I came to talk to you
Need
guys
to be
about.
getting you to the level that you want to be at, because that's not the end all of end alls.
Now, if you do have a job, let's talk to the people that do have a job. What are you doing with your check? Right? There are things you can do. Now, I'm not a financial planner, not a financial advisor. I'm not offering financial advice. But I will say this. Talk to your trusted financial advisor and ask them what to put on your W-4 when you go to work. Because you know what people do? They don't properly file their W-4, so they're getting too much money taken out of their check. And what is the government
Facts.
doing with your money? What are they doing?
They're using it.
Invading countries, and making weapons, and
facts.
Come on,
Man, this is a podcast. I love this show.
All right,
I love
and
this
so
show today.
figure out how to minimize how much money is coming out of your check.
Right.
Take that money,
Right.
put it into something that's growing at 120% a year. By the time tax time comes around, if you owe, you're better off just.
So you say I'm putting your money in there is better than putting your money in the 401k.
Why would
Of
anybody?
course,
Why
of
would
course.
anybody?
Because
Come
when you put your
on.
money in the 401k, they're gonna take 33% out of you when you retire.
And
so
you-
the government gonna get 33%.
And you have no liquidity. You
Right.
got to wait till you're 60 years old
Right.
before you start drawing anything, and it's pre-tax.
Yeah.
Question: do you think tax going to be higher or lower when you retire?
Higher.
Of course.
Higher.
So why would you take the money you're already not making? That's already,
And
dollars.
put it into something that's taxable. That's gonna they're gonna cut your head off top.
And dollars go down in value.
It's already going
It
down.
looks the same.
Right.
All right.
Right.
Let's prove it. Let me see if I got $1. Let me see if I got $1 in my pocket. All right. Back in 1972, I don't even have $1.
Right.
Let's pretend this is $1.
That's how valuable it is.
Right? In 1972, you could get 4 loaves of bread for $1.
In 1972.
You could get 4 loaves of bread for $1. Today, it takes $5 to get one. It takes $5 to get 1 loaf of bread now. That's because this looks the same,
But it's the value
but the value.
is changed.
So what do we
dramatically.
do? You get $5, delay some gratification. Instead of buying the latest iPhone,
Go take that $5, invest it,
get
and make
$5
it more
worth
money.
of an asset that's going up. So as this decreases, it automatically makes this increase.
Right.
Now you can buy all the phones and bread you want from the asset. Now, if you have a business that pays you in the asset, now you got a whole nother bonus, because now you're earning an asset without your time and without your labor, and the asset is going up in value.
Right.
What most people do, and I'll end right here, is we trade our time
For money.
for dollars. Q, question. And you can put my business in the street. I give you permission. These days, if you ever ask me for anything, how often do I tell you no?
Very rare.
Very rare.
If
Right.
any- If any.
If any. And if I do, I'm maybe trying to teach you a lesson.
Facts.
It's because I no longer have to wake up and chase dollars.
That's powerful. That is powerful, man. Y'all heard that?
The most important
So
thing
what's
we
the
have
first
is
thing you think
time.
of in the morning when you wake up?
When I wake up in the morning, the
not
first
going, not getting the bag.
I'm not thinking about getting the bag. I don't have to think about that anymore. That's why I said it's easier to get
That's
rich
powerful,
than
man.
it is
Listen,
to be broke.
You hear that? We got listen. This is real money
So you
we got
at the point
here.
where enough is enough.
We got real money here in the building now. He says this is wealth is a mentality. It's not about the dollar amount. It's about the value. So your mentality, his mentality is he don't no longer have to think about the things he once did to get the things that he needs to supply for his family.
Listen, Chose, let me
Yes.
tell you how powerful that is. Listen, brother,
Powerful, man.
in my business, I may not look at my back office where the money's coming in. I
Right.
may not look in the back office for days.
Right.
Like literally,
Yeah, facts, because you ain't even think about it.
I don't
It's
think
not the
about
dollar amount. It's
All right,
not the
you
dollar
know who
amount.
thinks about money? Broke people.
Always.
Every single decision they make
It's about the
is
dollar
about
amount.
the and it's not a disparaging. It's a disparaging
But it
comment.
stops you from moving forward because your movement is based on something that's tangible, that's
So,
almost
What
oppression.
about all these so-called rich people who still say the first thing they think about is chasing the bag?
Well, maybe I don't know, but maybe they are not secure in how they're making
How
their
they
money.
making their money?
Right.
If their money ain't coming in and they sleep, then they waking up
This is the
feeling
point.
like they got to chase it.
This is the
But if your
point.
money coming in your sleep, you can't wake up saying you got to chase something that's already there before you get up.
I looked at my crypto portfolio this morning. It made $40,000 overnight. Overnight. Now look, that had nothing to do with me.
Bing.
That had to do with seeing where the trend is going, seeing where the economic energy is going, and get in there.
It's a mentality.
It's a mentality.
Mindset. It's a mentality. If you're afraid to make money, you ain't gonna make none.
That's right.
If you're afraid to make any kind of money, you ain't gonna make none. I ain't never seen nobody afraid to eat. I ain't never seen nobody scared of no food. So if you're afraid and money, you gotta pay. You gotta have money to get food.
Now,
so
Now, Chose, I know you got another segment. I'm gonna end with this statement.
We're gonna do a part. Hey, listen, we doing a part two.
Okay.
Facts is gonna be a part two.
Where we at with the time?
Yeah.
All right, look.
Should be
People said that yet, so
People say.
down to say 5 minutes.
People say, well, it ain't all about money. Well, I'm going to say two things. First, it's not all about money. What determines the quality of the food you eat?
What determines the
The quality of the food you eat. Isn't it money?
Yes.
Money. What determines the quality of the clothes you wear?
Money.
What determines the quality of the car you drive?
Money.
What determines the safety and quality of the home you live in?
Money.
What determines how much food is in your refrigerator?
Money.
What determines the health care of your parents as they age?
Money.
What determines what zip code you live in?
Money.
What determines your kids' education?
Money.
What determines is
Everything.
there anything?
Nothing. Nothing in this world, not in this continent,
Okay.
not in America.
Okay. All right.
Maybe in Canada you can get free health insurance, but not in America.
So it's not about the money.
Right.
Here we go. It's about it not being about the money.
It's about being what you do. It's about being what you do, because what you do, you are the money. You will create the money. Your lifestyle, who you are, your mindset will create, because money is, they print it every day.
Okay.
So money, you can create that energy that you have within yourself, that belief that you have within yourself about who you are, that confidence that you have. It will create that lifestyle that you want.
Here's the comment. If what you do, if you have to trade time for dollars,
It ain't gonna work.
you will work until you die.
You'll be a slave.
You will work until you die.
Be a straight slave.
If you don't have to trade time for dollars, you will become rich. This is why we say it's easier to be rich than it is to be broke, because to be broke, you've got to work for money. Here we go. Watch it. Last thing.
Facts.
To be broke, you've got to work for money, and you only have so many hours in a day. To be rich, money has to work for you. That's it.
I walked away from $80K a year. I used to work for the post office. So I'll piggyback on everything he's saying. I walked away from $80K a year. I used to work for the post office, and they told me I was crazy. They said, you crazy. This job here going to take care of you and take care of your family. But I was still struggling making $80K a year because I didn't have the time or the freedom to either spend with my family or invest into my business or dedicate to my business. So I decided to walk away, talk to my wife, and decided to walk away from my job. And, and it was the best thing I ever did. It's the best thing. It gave me the freedom, gave me the confidence to move. And I mean, I'm not even thinking about $80K. That's the last thing on my mind. The job is the last thing on my mind. So piggyback on that, you cannot be afraid to be an entrepreneur. I do not wake up and answer to nobody. I make all my rules, all my schedules.
And that's what they don't teach you in school.
Right.
They will not.
Right.
They don't teach.
Man, I gotta unmute myself now, but man, this content is so rich. I'm so glad that Mr. Dalcoe had this conversation, and I see one of my buddies is hanging out. I see you, Mr. Marlon Thorne. Listen, I had to reshare this, especially to pop it onto YouTube and pop it onto Twitter. But this content is so rich, and there's so many lessons within what Mr. Dalcoe has experienced, what he's walked through. There's even a big backstory with his son that he's chatting with. And I'm telling you right now, success is leaving clues. Success is leaving clues. So what I'm going to do right now, thank you for that comment, Marlon. We're hanging out earlier, chatting with the team all over the world, but also focused in on the Caribbean. So thank you for the invite. Definitely honored to be on that call earlier today, chatting with the team. Now, I can't recap all of this. I'm going to focus in on just 2 key points. How much do you keep? And are you going to keep your 6 figures, right? How much do you keep? And who keeps 6 figures, right? He talked about that because most people will do what? They spend more than they make. And that is something that everyone needs to watch out for and be vigilant of, right? So no matter what you do to create income, how much are you going to keep? How much are you going to keep? And then as you're starting to learn to keep, make sure that that is creating more for you, okay? Putting that to work, all right? Mr. Dalcoe talked about that. Now, another big thing he talked about too, we have things that we're sharing with people that is a great equalizer. Blockchain technology and cryptocurrency is an equalizer because there are institutions that have put systems in place that do not benefit everyone. The blockchain technology is a decentralized technology. What does that mean? It means no one's in charge. It's a peer-to-peer network. It's a peer-to-peer technology. The blockchain is somewhere that people can go, register any transaction, and that transaction is there. It's an open ledger, right? There's still privacy, but all transactions are transparent. They are there. Okay. Now, also with our blockchain, what we're doing is very unique because we're layering multiple things on top of that blockchain. So it's not just exchanging cryptocurrency, which is good, but it's doing even more than that. Okay. That blockchain that we have is able to send voice and data, secure, private, is able to do so much more. We're acquiring real estate on that blockchain. Right now, we are acquiring real estate on that blockchain, okay? So listen, I don't want to be too long-winded because that content was so rich, but blockchain technology and cryptocurrency is an equalizer. It helps put you in position to create more financial freedom, more wealth, put your money to work, and you want to do that. All right. So get back with the person who's sharing this content with you. Get back with them right away. Get your free registration completed, right? So whoever's sharing this information with you, if Marlon Thoners is hanging out with us tonight, sharing this content, get back with him, all right? He's been sharing great content for an extended period of time, right? We're here to support you. We're here to help you move towards your goals and dreams. So get back with that person. If that person is me, you want to take these 3 steps. And even if you go ahead and connect with someone else, you want to take these 3 steps. You get a package, you acquire assets. Notice what I'm telling you to do. I'm telling you to move your money towards you and acquire assets. I'm telling you to keep more of your income. Very interesting, right? You think someone's up late trying to sell you something. Nope. Trying to help you move your money towards yourself. And then we share that information with other people, right? So you get back with the person sharing this with you. If that person is me, you go to y1income.com and get that free registration completed. I want to thank everyone for hanging out. I know I had one of my colleagues over from Canada hanging out earlier. So thank you for joining. We will see you guys on the next live stream. I try my best to keep Daniel's Den episodes short, concise, so that people could listen to it on the go and it'll fit right within their schedule. I know everybody has a busy schedule. We all use our 24 hours in the day. So thank you for joining today, tonight, this afternoon. Just depends on where you're at in this awesome world we live in. And we will see you on the next live stream on Thursday night. Tomorrow night is Wednesday night. So we're going to be focused in on the Freedom Call with our amazing business partner and mentor and founder of Wealth Builders Worldwide, Mr. Ty Best, who's been financially free now for 26 years. So he's going to be doing a live call at what, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock tomorrow night, whatever time it is, it's 10 o'clock. I'll be there and you can be there too. So get back with the person sharing this information with you. I'm going to put our schedule of events for Wealth Builders up. And that's it. We'll see you guys on the next live stream. Thank you for joining Veronica. Thank you for joining Marlon. Take a screenshot of this, everybody. This is our live event. Our next live event is the Global Power Call at 10:45 Eastern Standard Time in the morning. So join us. You will need the password. So get back with the person sharing this information with you. Then we also have live webinars that share all the details of our program. Every single day we have a live webinar, but Monday through Saturday we have a live webinar at noon Eastern Standard Time and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. Mr. Gregory McKay just slayed that presentation at 9. All right. So thank you guys for joining. Thank you for hanging out. Sorry to Marlon Thorne for keeping him up late. And then what's up, Miss Veronica? I know you're always hanging out with us today, tonight, in the afternoon. All right. So I will see you guys on the next live stream, which will be Thursday night. All right. Everybody have a great day.